Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another Q&A video after seeing The Walking Dead Season 7 trailer. In this one, we're going to start with me giving my thoughts on the Kingdom. Great, so continue along with the daily Q&A videos after seeing the trailer. Still lots to talk about. Keep sending me your questions, guys. Adding them to the list, and, we'll get to them in time as we do. So for this one, got to thank Connor Z and Håkon Bjordal, who sent in questions about the Kingdom, wanted to hear my thoughts on the Kingdom. So Connor Z pretty much said, what do you think about the Kingdom, Trev? Would love to hear your thoughts on it. And Håkon said, did you notice Carol in the wheelchair getting pushed by Morgan in the This is the Kingdom shot? And I haven't mentioned it, in the breakdown videos and that. It's just there's so much to kind of go over. There's so many fast little clips, and there's quite a bit to be seen in a lot of them. So we haven't gone over it yet. So I figured let's just do a video on it. Why not? So it's pretty cool. I like the Kingdom, and there's quite a bit of Kingdom in the trailer. I mean, you have a lot of people wearing the armor, the body armor that they wear at the Kingdom, and riding horseback. And in terms of the environment here, I like it. I mean, I think it looks really, really cool. I think they did a great job on it. You can see at the bottom Carol and Morgan, and you have him. He's pushing her in her wheelchair, her healing, and we all knew Carol was going to make it. I mean, come on, let's be honest here. I mean, maybe there was a few worries near season 6 at the end there when she got shot a few times. I myself was a bit worried, as you guys saw in the reaction video, but it's Carol. She's going to make it, right? So you've got Morgan, he's pushing her. You've got a whole bunch of produce around them, which is cool. They're growing their own food in that, so the Saviors are definitely going to like that. Got some storage things in the middle there, not sure. At the bottom right, we've got what looks like somebody maybe teaching a class or something, maybe doing some coaching, or some, the girl at the front looks to be kind of instructing. So not sure, maybe just kind of teaching people how to survive, that kind of deal. And then we have at the left side the horses, so kind of a stable there, really cool, because that's a big part of who the characters in the Kingdom are. I mean, I really like the Kingdom because they really embrace, with Ezekiel as the leader, kind of this more ancient type of, I don't want to say ancient, but just old school medieval type of survival, the theatrics and everything, and they really get into it. It's their community culture, which is cool. So you've got them all, they wear armor, which is, if you think about it, that's good. I mean, against zombies going to come up, walkers going to come up and bite you. If you have armor, as Milton did in season 3, they're not going to be able to bite through, and it's going to save your life. So it would make sense, and it's actually a surprise that Rick and the group have never thought about something like that. You'd think Eugene had armor for a bit there, the SWAT armor, and Glenn had it too, right? So I guess they had a little bit, but they were more just scavenging to survive. Whereas the Kingdom, it looks like they're thriving a little bit. I mean, take a look, right? So it's cool. Also, of course, we've seen some spears, we've seen the swords and everything. Ezekiel with his sword, Shiva the tiger and everything. It's an awesome community, man, and I'm really excited to see it in the TV series and how it all goes down. As I said in the breakdown video, I think Carol is acting so strange when she's like, I have no idea what's happening in the most wonderful way. I think Ezekiel has just shown her his tiger. Don't take that out of context. So maybe that's why. It would explain why she's totally like baffled and has no idea where she is, and maybe thinks she's on acid or something. Did I just see a tiger? Like, what is going on here? It'll be interesting to see which building that's in. If it's in the building to the left here, the top left, or the building at the back, which has kind of got the theater in it, so to speak, with the stadium seating in that. Either way, I am very excited to see the Kingdom, and it actually, in a lot of ways, maybe looks better than the Hilltop, maybe more interesting than the Hilltop. It's more. I think there might be more going on there, and their culture is interesting too, so it should be fun. And they've got a tiger. I mean, it's pretty hard to beat that. So there you go, Connor and Håkon. Hope you guys liked it. Write your comments below what you guys think of the Kingdom, and let's get into a few of your other Q&A questions. And next question is from Rachel Reed, and she says, Trev, besides Jeffery Dean Morgan, who do you think will be added to the opening credits for this season? So I think it depends on the episode, because I forget, but I think they change it depending on depending on who's actually in the episode. But Austin Amelio, of course, as Dwight, should be added for most of them. And, we'll see for the others, the usual people, and, of course, the actor who's playing, Ezekiel and the others for the episodes where they show that. So, yeah. Justin Baker says, if The Walking Dead has been renewed for 3 more seasons, where would that put the show in terms of comic book storyline? Thanks, Trev. So this is a good question. So Talking Dead has been renewed for 3 seasons, which of course then means that Walking Dead is also at least going to go for another 3 seasons. So that'll be probably 7, 8, 9. That would bring us to season 10. So 3 seasons, if they follow along with the current formula they've been going, that would be 3 trades per season, right? And we're currently at Something to Fear. So that would actually bring us up to I believe Something to Fear is 17, going off memory here. 17 to 20, so it should bring us up 9, 17 through 26, which brings us just about pretty much up to current date by season 10, if they follow that formula that they seem to be following so far. So by the time we reach season 10, we should just about be caught up on Walking Dead to current comic book release date. Of course, that gives Kirkman and Charlie Adler 3 years to release additional content and kind of stay ahead. But at that pacing, if they keep that up, they could potentially catch up after, maybe season 10, 13, 14, 11, somewhere around there, 10, 11, 12, 13, somewhere around there, they could potentially catch up. So we'll see if they don't add in some filler, that kind of stuff, fill out the time skip. There's a time skip in there from the comic book series. I expect them to fill it out quite a bit. I wouldn't expect them to catch up, that soon. It should be a bit. So that's assuming no filler, and I think they will add in quite a bit of stuff. So we'll see what happens coming up, but something like that, which is good. It's great news. I'm really excited to see, Negan and all the different things that he's going to be involved in, and Carl and the rest, and how they adapt it for the TV series. Ray Perry 11 says, "Hey Trev, fear question. Mercedes Mason said in Fear the Walking Dead panel that she's like Ophelia. She'd like Ophelia to become as badass as Carol. What are your thoughts? And would you like to see that?" Well, I would like to see that, but I think she's got a long way to go. She's got a long way to go, and it's The Walking Dead, so you don't even know if your character's going to make it. Carol wasn't even supposed to make it. They actually swapped it. It kind of shows how kind of a mess season 3 sort of was, that they had intended on killing Carol, and they actually swapped it out for T-Dog instead. So season 3 is just, oh my god, crazy the stuff that they changed on the fly, and stuff that was changed very quickly that really affected the series in the long run in terms of which actresses are still on and which aren't. It's just it's a crazy, chaotic season for sure. But yeah, Ophelia's got a long way to go to get there. Daniel's probably closer to, and also Carol. I mean, she's older and stuff. I would compare Daniel more to Carol than Ophelia. Mason Belcher says, Trev, do you think All Out War, because we're probably going to be seeing All Out War second half of the season, or getting started, second half of the season, maybe into season 8, will it take the Game of Thrones approach or have the war more spread out so it is an entire season? So I don't think they're going to go with the Game of Thrones approach, which to clarify, as Mason's saying here, that approach I would think of as you have like 1 huge or 2 huge episodes where you see a huge battle go through in really high quality, and then it's over, and the villain or whatever happens is resolved. The war or the battle is over. I wouldn't think that they're going to take that approach with The Walking Dead with All Out War. I think it would be more something like season 3, where you have a lot of episodes that have fighting back and forth in them, and it's kind of a cat and mouse back and forth until eventually you get to the end part, which will probably be in season 8, maybe the end of the first half or going into the second half, kind of similar to No Way Out, where you have the definitive final battle between Rick and Negan there. So that's what I'm thinking is going to happen. I think it'll be more spread out. I don't think that they'll cram it in. They did cram in, though, No Way Out to a degree. Like, if you look at the episode itself had a lot of comic book content in one episode. They just bulldozed through a lot. But they did it by taking the first half of season 6 and really adding in a lot of stuff with regards to the herd, where it came from, where it was going, and they really really use that to kind of space it out until that part. So I could see something like that. But my answer to you would be probably more spread out. Jeremiah Fortune says, are we going to see the Savior's perspective even when they aren't around Rick's group, like the Governor and Woodbury? And yeah, man, for Jeremiah, I think you've got it exactly. From the look of the trailer, I think we're going to see at least one episode to get to see their perspective, or at least kind of some back and forth stuff and what's happening. I'm predicting or thinking with the scenes with Dwight that we see where he's going after somebody and we don't know who it is. I'm thinking that might be like a Saviors type episode, kind of similar to how we had the Governor episode in season 3 when we first met him. We met Merle and you had Andrea and Michonne who kind of ran into them. Something like that, you know, or where the Governor goes after that group of military guys and takes them all down, and then you see the fish tanks at the end. So just to get to see their perspective, certainly from the trailer, it looks like that's what we're going to see, at least 1 or 2 episodes like that this season, unless they cut it and they put it into a few episodes. Either way, we should get to see a lot of the Saviors, which is good. And, it's part of what made Season 3. I really like Season 3. It's crazy. It's chaotic. Sometimes there's some some weird things that happen there. But it was exciting to watch, and it was cool to see totally different perspective groups at the same time and different things happening with each. I really like that, and I thought it made the show really great to see. And it's something we haven't seen too much. Lately we've seen characters go on runs, like Daryl will go off and he'll have his own episode, and then he'll have this group over here and subgroup over here, but they're all part of the same main group. Looking forward to seeing entirely different groups and stories going on with them, or the Kingdom with Carol and Morgan, kind of off on their own. It really looks good, and it really, I think, makes the season even better than just have it one group surviving, in a prison or wherever it happens to be. I think it just makes it more interesting and more worldwide kind of perspective. And we'll do 1 or 2 more. This one's from Kristina, and she says, hey Trev, at 132 in the trailer, there's a walker with chains and someone removing something from his head. There's also people with letters on their shirts, and I heard Norman was spotted. This is kind of spoilery, in and around the sanctuary. What do you think about that? Yeah, it sounds correct. It sounds to me like maybe they're doing some kind of punishment with them, or they're using them for some kind of purpose, and Dwight is kind of like watching over them and, kind of telling them what to do, that kind of thing. Except she says some sick game like the Governor did. I don't know, just interested in your thoughts on it. Well, we don't see any kind of crowd watching them. There could be, I guess, but to me, I don't know if it's more about like entertainment value, if they're doing like wrestling or something, like professional wrestling, WWE or something, like kind of Merle had going on there. With the Governor and that. So I don't know if we're going to see anything like that from Negan. I don't know if that's his style. But it looks to me like some kind of punishment or some kind of type of game or something that he would put together. Yeah, I think so. And the last one will be the Mad Matt, and he says, hey Trev, when we see Negan first hit his victim at 1:36, there's a girl in the background. Do you think this may be Rosita? And if that proves he does take the victim out of line as he did in the comics. Well, he could call someone up, bring them out of line, and then smash them down. In terms of the hair doesn't look like Michonne's hair to me. I talked about this in the breakdown video. Guys, I don't know if it does much for us. Like, I looked at the scene, I'm like, can we say much from it? Like, can we conclude anything from what we see there? I don't think so. I mean, you see the hair, and it looks... I don't know. The color to me also doesn't really look like Rosita. Like Rosita's hair is pretty dark and it looks a bit lighter. It's hard to say. It could just be the angle, and you see also someone in a hoodie there that doesn't really look like Daryl to me at the bottom. So take a look at the breakdown video if you guys missed it. You can kind of see and make up your own mind. I haven't really seen any comments yet or anybody that's like, oh, for sure it's got to be. Guys, I don't think it does much for us, unfortunately. I don't think that there's much that we can say based on it. So yeah, it's just it's unfortunate, but it's already kind of been, I guess, sort of spoiled out there, sort of. So, and you have like Stephen Yeun, I think he's shaved and stuff, right? I think at Comic-Con, and some people have been commenting that maybe he was acting a little strange, this kind of thing. I don't know. I haven't gone through all of the Comic-Con videos just yet, so I'll go through those soon and have a look myself. But yeah, man, I just think I just don't think. I know people are looking like you're looking, Matt, and a lot of this is a trailer. We're gonna try to see what we can figure out. But I don't know if there's much we can really say based on that, unfortunately, yeah. So, but still, we're just going to have to, I guess, ultimately, we're going to have to just wait, like AMC wants, until October to find out whether or not, our predictions, like me thinking it's Glenn, is right, or the spoilers are right, or whatever, what have you. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think, though. Rate your comments below, and let me know what your thoughts are on the Kingdom and everything else. And that'll be it for today's Q&A, guys. I'll have another one probably coming tomorrow. Going to do a Game of Thrones one tomorrow as well, too, probably. Or maybe the next day, because I haven't done one for, like, over a week, because Walking Dead craziness with the trail and everything. And yeah, so Game of Thrones fans, heads up for that. And yeah, that'll be it for this one. If you guys like the video, please thumb it up. You can also share and favorite. And if you're new and you want to subscribe, bottom left to go ahead and subscribe. That's it for this one today. See you guys again tomorrow. As always, this is Trev. I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See ya. You can share, you can favorite, you can subscribe. Hell, you're all going to be doing that.